Let's cut to the chase. Cigarettes do not assist you in losing weight or maintaining your current weight level. Cigarettes make you lethargic, lazy, and overweight. When we have attempted to quit numerous times, our first thought is to substitute cigarettes for little rewards like sweets, chocolates, or our favorite fast food meals. During my first attempt at quitting with the willpower method, I kept a stash of snacks in my work drawer filled to the brim with chips, gummy bears, chocolates, sour straps. I figured if I craved cigarettes, I would replace these cravings with my sweet tooth. It only led to terrible eating habits when I tried to quit, and even more terrible eating disorders when I resumed smoking due to the shame I felt from not being able to quit. When non-smokers wake up each morning, they have natural aggravations such as their bladder, thirst, hunger, having to walk a dog. Smokers have an additional aggravation: cigarettes. A smoker will go 8 to 10 hours without smoking in their sleep. So the first one in the morning is typically our special cigarette. So special that it causes us to cough, splutter, and choke. It's also unsurprisingly the cigarette that tastes the absolute worst, absolute foul. We confuse our hunger and thirst constantly for another need for that ritualistic cigarette in the morning, continuing yet another vicious cycle that keeps us enslaved. Although the feeling of the cruel nicotine demon is identical to hunger pains, nicotine will never relieve a craving for food or vice versa. During my peak addiction, I skipped breakfast in favor of relieving my drug-addled brain with cigarettes, foolishly believing I had solved my hunger pains at the time. Any smoker knows that if you are short of money and it's a choice between food or cigarettes, the clear winner is cigarettes each and every time. As I got out of the habit of eating breakfast, I started to forgo lunch too. Often at work, I would be questioned as to why I would be found out the back smoking on my lunch breaks instead of joining friends for lunch. Truthfully, I couldn't afford both. Sure, I could just bring food from home, but where was the time in between my 20 cigarettes a day? I laugh at it now, but back then I simply had no time for anything or anybody else. Relationships suffered as a result, as did my work life, which sent my weight spiraling into over 125 kilograms. I was a chain smoker that was 45 to 55 kilograms overweight, stinking of tobacco, and constantly stressed at losing my sanity and my life to nicotine addiction without realizing so at the time. Nicotine, like all drugs, have the same insidious subtle trick, with one difference. Once you understand the illusion of confidence, it becomes significantly easier to quit. My quit day should have come many years ago when a partner left me after I refused to give up smoking. It was a choice between love or addiction, and I was too stuck in the nicotine trap to ever consider the only correct option. While it was never a proposition of, it's me or the cigarettes, I still chose the cigarettes over my partner each time, despite his growing sadness over my addiction. You may have experienced something similar, and I encourage you to understand, your current or ex-partner is only looking for your best interests. Both of you were previously unaware of the horrific intricacies of nicotine addiction and the severely low rate of quitting through willpower and smoking aids alone. You'll also come to find you may never date a smoker upon completing this course. I once hooked up with a guy that reeked of tobacco, and safe to say, that remained a one-night stand. Anyways, enough about my hookups. Even after my weight gain spiral, you may still believe weight issues only affect certain smokers, and you are correct. The casual smoker who restricts themselves to less than 5 a day may never experience weight gain like me, because they haven't indulged in wasting their time smoking over 20 cigarettes a day, but they will easily head towards that destructive path as their addiction grows stronger. As we use substitutes like sweets to aid us in quitting, we are sabotaging our efforts. But weight is not the only substitute that is false. All substitutes make it harder to quit, and we explore in the next episode.